Ravensburger keeps putting out great titles, and I enjoy talking about them. Horrified, Greek monsters. This game is for 1 to 5 players ages 10 and up, and should take about an hour to complete. Pandora's box has been opened, and Greece's most notorious monsters have escaped. Horrified Greek Monsters is a standalone game that features gameplay similar to 2019's Horrified. In this cooperative game, players become avatars of the Greek gods themselves and must work together to recapture these monsters. To do that, they must first uncover the monsters' lairs. Medusa, Cerberus, Chimera, and the Minotaur are hidden in locations that must be discovered. The Statue Garden, the Underworld Door, the Chimera Cave, the Labyrinth itself. Similar to the myths that inspired the games, uncovering the lairs comes with a cost. Players must discard 3 color items before the lair token can be flipped over to reveal which monster's hideout that they have discovered. Horrified Greek Monsters includes 6 monsters, each with unique abilities, and the more monsters in the game, the harder the challenge, with players needing to use their unique powers to figure out how to defeat each of these monsters individually. Alright, they promised a great sequel, and they definitely delivered from what I can tell so far. At least what I can tell without playing it yet. And that's what these gaming radars are. I hear about games, the ones that excite me, I tell you about. Sometime down the road, hopefully I'll get a chance to play them and find out how correct I was. So, yeah, this game continues and follows in the footsteps that Ravensburger has put forward with the other great games in the Horrified collection, Horrified Universal Monsters and Horrified American Monsters. And now with Greek Monsters, they added a great new component of having to find the lairs. I like that each of these games there's a little tweak, a little something, but this is the biggest new rule addition so far in the series of standalone games that all seem like they could be, should be, maybe want to be interconnected, but they're not. Also, another thing that I believe is that each of these games, they also continue to improve upon the miniatures. The original miniatures were okay. The American miniatures were better. And from what I've seen so far, these Greek monsters are the best miniatures that they have published, put out, produced so far. I am really looking forward to it. The art style altogether pulls the theme in. Between the miniatures and the artwork, it does a great job from what I've seen so far of really hitting it home and making you feel like you're in the world of mythological ancient Greece. Now, there's no reason why this should not have high replayability. It's following the rules set, the mechanics, almost to a T, with 1 or 2 new exceptions to the other games, and they all have super high replayability. The mix and match of the monsters and their mini games in order to solve, that is where the great abilities of replayability comes in. This is what makes the game a go-to game again and again and again. Whichever of the 3 that are currently out so far are your favorites, that is a reason why you keep going back. Replayability is great with the combination of monsters and hunters. Oh, I love it. Now, this game is familiar to anyone that has played either of the 2 that have come before. Is it necessary if you already own one or both? I don't know. I don't know yet. I hope it is, because I already have both, and I'm going to get this anyway. This isn't just a gaming radar to me. This is a, I've almost got it kind of video. But yeah, if you are a hardcore collector, then yes, you are probably going to want to have this in your collection to match up with the other 2. You know, the completionist in you calls for it. But if you're a little bit more of a thinker as far as how and where you spend your gaming money, then this might not be. Except for that one thing, the new rules. The difference that this makes compared to the other games may itself just be worth it. Like I said, I'm getting it either way, so I hope it's worth it. Now, another thing that I have come across from some earlier reviewers is that they've streamlined the rules from the Universal and the American Monster games. What this means, I don't really know, because I don't think the rules needed any streamlining to begin with. I found the rules quite simple. Some of the simplest rules I've ever encountered in a board game. So how could you strip it down even more? Why would you even want to? Who doesn't understand this game as it is? I'm just going to have to get the game, play it, and see what they mean. So now also just remember, like the previous 2, really this isn't compatible. Not really at all. I'm sure you can shoehorn a way into it, but no. Don't worry about that. Ravensburger has a great system here, and I'm sure there's going to be another Horrified game before next year is out to pick this up. And watch my other video I did. Maybe it's going to be Ancient Aliens Horrified. That would be wonderful. That'd be great. I would love to see an alien version of this game. But anyway, my friends, that is what I've seen. That is what I heard. That is what I think about Ravensburger's newest title in the Horrified line, Greek Monsters. Go get your own information. Find out whether it's your kind of game or not. Thank you for joining me, and check out Horrified Greek Monsters.